Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, hope you are able to hear me. I was just checking with other people whether people are joining or not. Only this week I will check. Next week onwards, one person joined, then I'll start at 8:31. That's it. Okay. So, any questions before I proceed? Only today and tomorrow we'll check it. Okay. Any questions from yesterday's session?
No,
Any?
sir.
Okay. So Monday onwards, I'm going to start at 8:30 or 8:31. Hardly we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. Okay, it's an initial phase, so that is the reason we are just waiting. Okay, so yesterday we started regarding org structure, I believe, but before that, one second, one second, one second. Sorry. Yeah. So what we will do, we'll first today, what I'll do, I'll give the introduction to your SAP screens. Then again, we will come back to your org structure. Is that clear? We will come back to org structure. So here, so whenever majority people are aware of this particular screen. Okay. So how we can log in into SAP screens. Okay. This is applicable. Like in SAP screens. Okay. SAP logon screens, logon screen. Okay. Same. It is same for ECC and S4 HANA. There is no change in that. It is same for ECC and as well as S4 HANA. But Fiori apps, it is something different. Fiori apps, whenever you are going to log in S4 HANA Fiori apps, so that would be different. So how in the sense, after installation, I'll tell you. So for example, if if there are two types, we can do that. One is server installation in the system, in the system. Next one, remote server access. Okay. So server, we can do two things. One is server you can install in your system, laptop or desktop, whatever it is. So by taking 500 rupees or 400 rupees, they will do installation that to ECC server, ECC ECC with EHP7 version. Okay, for 400 rupees. Okay, so for that, what is the major requirement here in the sense? What is the major requirement here in the sense? Okay, your system should have at least a minimum 8 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, and 500 GB hard disk. 500 GB hard disk to install your server in SAP server in your system. And every day, what you need to do is whenever you want to practice on ECC environment, then we need to start the server. We need to start the server. Okay. Then we need to start the application. Two things have to do it. Okay, whenever you install the server, then what is your system capacity, your whatever what you call a laptop or desktop, you need to have a minimum 8 GB RAM and hard disk 500 GB. Okay, and whenever you want to practice, install and practice, then you need to start the server every day and you need to switch on the application. Once you practice again, you need to stop the server completely. Stop the server completely. then you can switch off your system. Right? These activities you need to do whenever you install the server in your system. At least I can say that it's a one-time investment of 400 rupees or 500 rupees, where you can get in Amirpet or any hardware engineer site. They will do that. Basis consultants, they will do that. But here the problem is, if you are starting the server properly and you start practice, and what you have done is you have directly switched off your system, logged off your system without stopping the server. It may take 2 to 3 minutes to start the server. It may take 2 to 3 minutes to stop the server. Almost all 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes it will take. So, but if you won't stop properly the server, right? So there is a 99% chances the server will get crashed. Clear? The server will get crashed. So what happens if the server get crashed? Again, you need to reinstall the server. Again, you need to reinstall the server with the same basis consultant or any other. They will do again for 400 and 500. But what problem is, for example, you worked for 3 months and complete data is there. This is for practice purpose. I'm saying practice purpose, not in real time. Okay. So whenever again you reinstall, then whatever practice you have done, whatever data you have, it is there, then that will be good. That will also got crashed. So it won't save. Again, you need to start from the scratch. So that would be a challenge. That would be a challenge when we have installed the server in our system. Clear? So, but here there is a one more option that is remote server access. Okay, remote server access. So the server will not be in your system. The server will not be in your system. The server will be maintained remotely. Okay, that is the reason we call it as a remote server access. So whatever server access we are going to give from the codes, for example, I'm giving ECC with EHP7 server. So this server will be maintained remotely, means you need not to install the server in your system. Only what we will do, we will install an application. We will install an SAP application, GUI. SAP application, that is nothing but GUI we will install. Okay, but here the server will be not in your system, it will be maintained remotely. So for that, what is the system access you need? You don't require 8 GB RAM or 500 GB hard disk. Any system is fine. Minimum, whatever minimum RAM is there or what minimum hard disk is there, then that is fine. Why? Because, and how about the speed? Remote server access, you don't have any server in your system, only application, it will take hardly 32 MB space or 64. Again, depends on server. I'm saying a different number, a tentative number. Memory, that is 32 MB or 64. That is enough. So again, my advice, if you want to install in your server, you can. But this would be the challenge. System will be occupied completely, majority space will be occupied. But if you want to take a remote server access, both ECC and server S4HANA, right? S4HANA remote server access will not possible. Already I discussed, right? To install remote server of SAP, sorry, to install ECC S4HANA server, any version S4HANA server, if you want to install in your system, then minimum 500 GB hard disk, 500 GB RAM. Okay, and hard disk there may be more than greater than 1 TB. Greater than 1 TB. Okay, 500 GB RAM and greater than 1 TB. So 500 GB RAM, now here we have a 32 GB RAM itself is very expensive. Right? If I want to buy a 500 GB RAM, in the sense, you can check how much expensive. In India, it is not available as of now. Clear? So this much. So it is not possible to install in your system because we won't have this much RAM. Right? So for that reason, we will go for remote server access only for S4 HANA practice. Right? But in our course, we are going to give EHP7 ECC remote server access only, and you need to install only SAP GUI. That's it. Graphical user interface. So it is nothing but what is an application, SAP application. Once you install in your system, right, remote server access or SAP server, then you can see you will find a logon like this, SAP logon. This is a new logon. Earlier, old logon was looking like this. Old SAP logon was looking like this. Now SAP came up with the new logon, SAP logon. So it looks like SAP logon. So how much space it occupies? You can see properties. 1.17 KB. That's it. 1.17 KB only. That's it. It is occupied. Okay. It occupies very less space. So same thing I have mentioned in our material also. So how you can, so just forget about this is SAP application. Now new application, I will take it. Okay. I will install here SAP new logon. Also, I will explain. Okay. This is SAP logon. Once you install, right, remote server access once, okay, then once you get the something, so as I said that in real time we will have three servers: development server, quality server, and production server. Correct? Three servers we will have in real time. But in our training environment, in practice environment, we will have only one server and one client. One server and one client. Already we discussed about it. So client in real practical environment, the client may be, generally it will be 800 client. 800 client, that is nothing but an educational server. So it could be different. In S4HANA we are coming with 200, 300, but again it will have all the servers in all the development, quality and production will be in training environment in one server only. We will not have any separate, but in real time we will have any project minimum three different servers. Right? Already we discussed development server. Who will have access? Who will have access? Development server.
FI consultants.
And how about quality server?
ABAP.
Use client and consultant.
Consultant. And how about production server?
End user.
End user.
End user. Only what is the access we will have? Only display access. As I mentioned here, only display access. We can't go and do any transactions here, right? Same thing. In practice environment, we will have one server and one client. That client can be anything. Okay, 800 or anything. But normally in general, we will have a client 800. So here, when you log in, I'll show you. So I'll log in the system and I'll show you. So you can see SAP logon. This is SAP application. So this is nothing but GUI. What is GUI? Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. So here you can see different servers are there here. Different servers. These are all are training environment only. Right? This is a ECC server. These are the S4HANA servers. Okay. So I will open one server. Okay. Once you open the server, okay, you will get the application. This is nothing but already we discussed what do you mean by client and all those stuff. You can see client number 800, whatever I mentioned here. Okay. In general, client number would be 800 only normally, but it may be differ in S4HANA server. Okay. So here, once we log in, okay, here you will get an option called, sometimes you will find IDES. One second. Okay. So here you will get, sometimes in few servers you will find like this IDES. ID information will be there as an IDES. What do you mean IDES? With the version, IDES stands for, okay, IDES stands for, oh, this is not, okay. IDES stands for Internet Demonstration Evaluation System. What do you mean by this? IDS is nothing but internet demonstration and evaluation, nothing but it is training purpose. The IDS is nothing but in real-time environment, you won't see this. Clear? IDS is nothing but internet demonstration and evaluation system. So once you log in, so once I provide the system access for you, okay, then you will get two things. One is user ID. Okay, once you install, okay, you will get user ID and password. User ID, SAP user ID and password. So probably tomorrow evening you will get access to your systems, okay, and password. That is ECC as password, user ID and password. Okay, so what exactly user ID and password we are going to do? So to log in into SAP, after uh, application, after installation of SAP application, we will provide the system user IDs and password to everyone, and user IDs will be different for each and every user. So here we need to mention our user ID, SAP user ID in the user. Okay, so client 800 and user is nothing but maximum length, again 12 characters, and it is a case insensitive. User ID case insensitive. Okay, so what is case insensitive? So you can give user ID with lower cases, okay, or you can give up. If I press enter, automatically it will take it as an uppercase. If I give uppercase, see here. So anything it will accept, user ID, it will accept anything. It could be yeah, uppercase, lowercase, or anything it will accept, right? So don't remember the verb, length and all those stuff. It will be changed every time. And password. So like how you will give your password for your Gmail and other thing. So the same kind of combinations we need to give. One uppercase, one here in practice environment, probably you can give anything, but in real time, user IDs and password would be the user ID you will get from your basis consultant. The user in real time, the basis consultant will provide your user IDs, and they will provide one standard password. So again, you need to change your password. Here also in training environment also, I will give one SAP standard password, and once you log in right with that password, then you will change your password. You have to change your password. Clear? Okay, you need to change your password. So over there also it is a combination of one uppercase, lowercase, special characters, like that it will be there in real time. But here you can give anything. You can give your password, and maximum length would be 8 character. 8 character. Okay, so this is about your language. So language, again in real time, you can select any type of language. For example, English. EN stands for English. Okay, any language. If I want, my login should be in Germany, DE, right? Then all the reports, all the next screens will display like in that particular language. The screens, okay, the field names will be looks like in the same format, same language, but normally we will select standard. So till here, any questions? Anyone have a questions? So majority people are new to SAP screens. If, then let me know. Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay, great. So here I'll go with user ID. So my user ID. This is okay. I'm showing in ECC. So here, any SAP across the globe, the screen would be the same. Okay, this is the screen. So here you can see it's look like your what we call MS Office screen, Excel or Word, right? In the above, whatever you see here, it looks like your MS Office, right? So what do you mean by that? Again, I have mentioned here the first one, okay, menu bar. This is nothing but your menu bar. First one, right, which will be there in your MS Office as well, right? And other one, this is nothing but SAP standard toolbar, right? This is menu bar, and this is SAP standard toolbar. Okay, and next one we have SAP title bar, right? In Word and Excel also we will have a title bar, right? Same thing here also you will find title bar. This is called title bar. So again, why I am explaining this in the sense, for example, you have selected as a consultant and you have started you have started configuration, and your project manager asked you to explain the screens to end user, because end user is new to SAP system. Earlier they were using Oracle or Tally or JD Edwards or any other ERPs, right? So we need to start train them from the scratch, because I have faced that issue, because I was not aware about earlier when I started my career as an SAP consultant. I was not aware what are this thing completely, right? Okay, I have an idea about this and this, but what is this? I don't know. Clear? So that is the reason I have started included this, because there may be a chance 90% may not you get this opportunity. You want to ask like this to explain, but in case a client asking, okay, I want please kindly explain on this, then definitely you need to have a knowledge on that. So first one, menu bar, right? And these are nothing but your standard toolbar, right? And this is nothing but your SAP title bar. SAP title bar. Next one you have, this is nothing but SAP application toolbar. In future, we are going to work on this, right? This is standard toolbar and this is application toolbar. Means each and every application, it will be get changed. Fine. And what are the, okay, this is SAP toolbar. So next one, this is nothing but SAP status bar. On the bottom left side till SAP this one, it is nothing but your, okay, SAP status bar. What do you mean by status bar? If you are saving something, right, it will show how much time it is taking and all those stuff. Here the process, it will show here on the bottom left side. Clear? On the bottom right side, you can see this is called, you are able to see the session manager, right? You are able to see the session manager. This is called SAP node. This is called SAP node. Okay, SAP node. What do you mean by SAP node? Yeah, this is new. You want to find in your MS Office. Status bar will be common in SAP and as well as your MS Office. But here in SAP, the new thing is node. We call it as a status node. What do you mean by status node? If you click on this, so it will show you what is the system Y01. Okay, it's nothing but online system or offline system. It will show here Y01. Okay, and what is the Y01? Nothing but online system 800 client. Okay, and what is the client? Okay, 800 client, right? And who is the user who is working on this, right? SRUSTY. And on whatever screen, it is written in the program, in the backend program called this is navigation or whatever it is. And what do you mean by this transaction? Initial screen, it will show it as a session manager. Okay, session manager. Response time. So how much time it took to open and write? What is the interpretation time? That's, this is completely related to your technical things, round and trips and all those stuff. This will be taken care by your basis consultant. Clear? This is called status note, right? It will display which system you are working, what is the client you are working, who is the user, and what is the program. Each and every application will be written in particular program in ABAP. Clear? So that will be shown. This is nothing but your SAP LSMTR is a program name. And what is the transaction? Transaction SAP, I will explain that later. Okay. So this is, so understood. What do you mean by this? Status node, right? And here it will show whether you are working on which product. I am working on ECC product. This particular screen is on ECC. If you are working on S4HANA, it will show here it as an S4HANA. Clear, everyone? So this is the new thing in SAP, and which is won't be available in your MS Office. And apart from that, there are another two things are new, only applicable for SAP, not for your S4HANA. So that is nothing but this part. Okay. So what is that? Okay. Command field. We call it as a command field. This is called command field. Okay, so what do you mean by command field? Okay, what do you mean by command field? For each and each transaction, okay, each application, we have a different commands. Okay, so to go to one particular screen, for example, I want to record one entry. I want to record one entry. Okay, so for that I need to give some command here that we will discuss. So that commands, we are in SAP terminology, we call it as a transaction codes or T codes. Clear? Transaction codes are T codes. So for example, I want to go to one application. So I'll write it as an FB60. FB60 is nothing but recording of a transaction, or FB50. You'll come to know in future. Okay, this is, so here I can enter the transaction. Clear? So command field is nothing but command field for each and every, okay, for each and every transaction. Okay, the applications, we have commands. Those commands are known as command fields. Okay, transaction or transaction code. Okay, normally, okay, so normally in ECC environment, okay, for this example, okay, so normally in ECC environment, we have more than 65,000 transaction codes. More than 65,000 transaction codes. If I take only FI, nothing but finance module, then we'll have more than 1800 transaction codes. Commands, nothing but commands. So do we need to remember all these transactions when I am working on FI? No, not required. Okay, few are required. So as long as we entered into a sessions, right, I'll tell you what transaction codes generally we need to remember and what not required. Clear? So those transaction, more than 1800 transaction codes are there, right? And in ECC overall transaction codes, all the modules, it's more than 65,000 transaction codes. So here, if I want to go to one application, then I need to give the T codes or transaction codes in command field. So two ways we can go. Again, I'm saying, if I want to go to one application, any application, okay, I'll explain here. So if we want to access any application in SAP, we need to, we can go in two ways. One is through command fields, nothing but in SAP terminology, transaction codes, through transaction codes, or we can call it as a, what we call T codes. Both are same. Okay, T codes. Or second way, what is the second way? Through navigation screen. Okay, I'll explain what do you mean by navigation screen in our next sessions. Okay, through command field, nothing but through transaction code or through navigation screen. Understood, everyone? So we can go in any application. So I have enter GL account to document, nothing but to record the transaction. I came directly to this particular. Clear? Or how I can go through navigation. Second. Okay. So for example, if I want to go, then one is, as I said, the transaction code or accounting. You can see here, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry. This is, here you can see enter GL account document number. So this is called navigation. Directly you can type here transaction code or you can enter through navigation. Clear? Two ways you can do. Any application, we have these two options. Clear? Next one. Next one. This is later. I'll go. Okay. So through transaction code, we can. So what understood, right? What do you mean by command field here? And SAP navigation menu. This is also, okay. We have SAP provided. You want to find this navigation menu in MS Office. You won't find this into MS Office. So this is called SAP navigation menu. On the left side, you can see left side, whatever you can see, SAP navigation menu, right? And in SAP navigation menu will be divided into two parts. One is SAP standard menu. It is a common across the globe. It will be there in my screen, your screen, and wherever it is. Okay. And one more thing, favorites. Nothing but this is user defined menu. Okay. I'll tell you what do you mean by user defined menu. So two things we will have. One is SAP standard menu and another one on the bottom, we can create our own menu. This we can move up and down. That I'll show you, right? SAP menu and favorites. Favorites, nothing but you can create your own menu, user defined menu. In MS Office also we will have that. We can create our own ribbons, right? In the same way, that is what we mentioned here. Okay. SAP navigation menu and as well as SAP user defined menu. So SAP navigation menu, we can't delete it, we can't move it, we can't change it, anything. But SAP user defined menu, we can delete it, we can move it, whatever we can do it. So next one, I'll tell you. Till here, any questions? Till here, any questions? Any questions? Anyone?
No, sir.
So here, this is again, I'm reiterating, this is what is this? This is a menu bar, right? This is a SAP standard toolbar, and this is a title bar. And what is this? What is this?
SAP navigation.
This is SAP navigation. What is this? Fourth one.
Application toolbar.
Application toolbar. Correct. Okay, this is nothing but application toolbar. And next one on the bottom, we will have a status bar. And this is what we call this? Status node. Status node. And next one, this is command field. Okay. And this is SAP navigation menu. And on the bottom or above, you will find user defined menu. Right. And we will see how to, what we can do in our user defined menu and all those stuff. So how to create folders in favorites. For example, I am working as a end user. I am working as a end user as a accounts payable specialist or accounts receivable specialist. I will do okay, only few transactions in every day. Few transactions every day. Like for example, journal entry posting. Okay. Next one, view of reports. Okay. So out of 1800 transactions, I'm going to use hardly every day 8 transactions. 8 transactions. Out of, in FI module, overall it is greater than 1800 transaction codes. Out of 1800 transaction codes, as an accountant, I'm using every day 800 transactions. Only, sorry, 8 transactions I'm using, right? So for example, instead of, so every time if I want to go with the GL posting, okay, GL posting, then what I need to do? I need to go with the SAP menu, right? Next one, accounting, 2 steps, financial accounting, 3rd step, general ledger, 4th step, and document entry, 5th step, and here. Clear? So instead of doing these many steps, okay, and I need to search here. So instead of that, what we can do, we can create this under our folder, everyday activity. We can do everyday activity as an, we can create our folders. So how we can create folders? Simple, user defined. Okay, I'll tell you that. Okay, so what it is saying, so how we can create the folder? So we have a different options in creating folders. Okay. So first one, put the cursor on favorites. Put the cursor on favorites menu. So here you can see this is, okay. Put the cursor on favorites. Okay. So let me do, okay, for example, here you can see, here you can put the cursor, here you can put the cursor, and what it is saying, select insert folder, okay, from favorites menu. 2 options we can have. Okay, first option, you can put the cursor on favorites and click on, here you can see this is application toolbar. Click on add to favorites. Sorry. Yeah, put the cursor here and click on, yeah, it is not. Let me check how why it is not working. Oh, folder I need to create first. See here, favorites. Okay, so here you go, sorry. Instead of that, put the cursor here, put the cursor here, okay, and click on favorites on the menu bar. Click on menu bar. So here we will have an insert folder. You can insert one folder and you can name what you want. For example, I want my folder is, okay, here document entry. Document entry. So it is created, the folder is created. Okay. For example, in my posting entry. Okay. So for example, in document entry or posting entries, I want to create transaction. So here you can do this, like insert like this, or put the cursor on favorites, right click with your mouse, and you can say insert folder. 2 ways. One is put the cursor on favorites and click on favorites and click on insert folder first. Okay. Or you can go with the menu bar, or you can go shortcut, right? Click on favorites, click a right click and insert folder. You can do like this. Clear? And you can name it. Okay. And after that, in each and every folder, I want to have some transactions. So for example, I'll have the same transactions here. For example, transactions. So for example, document entry FB50, GL posting entry, F-07, outgoing payment. You will remember this in our future sessions, F-06, right? This is your transaction. Each and every time, don't worry, what is this FB50 and 60? Don't worry about it. Just I want to insert a transaction, how we can do it. Okay, next one. Okay, F-02. So these are the transaction codes I want to insert in my document entry. So what I can do, put the cursor on your document entry. Okay, put the cursor on document entry, right? First of all, favorites, right? Here, I don't want to insert now folder. Under folder, I want to go with the transaction, insert transaction. Okay, if you remember a transaction code, then FB50. Type it as an FB50. Click on it. Now you can see FB50 is inserted under a document. Okay, under a document, FB50 GL account posting. And I want to insert few more transactions like here, F-07. So put the cursor on document entry. You can go like favorites and you can insert transactions. What is that? F-07. This is outgoing payment. So automatically when I give a transaction code, system will pick description. You can see post outgoing payments. Okay. So with the menu bar, we can insert the transaction, or what we can do in another way, put the cursor on your favorites, right click with your mouse. And here you can see again, insert transaction. So now I want to go with F-06. See here. It is under favorites. Oh, sorry. So what I want to do here, I want this particular transaction should be where? Is it in correct folder?
No,
Yes.
sir.
No. Where it should be?
Document entry.
So what you can do, okay, either you can delete it, okay, or what you can do, you can see here. If you want to do, you can delete here. See here, delete from favorites. Okay, or what we can do, we can move it, just drag and drop. That's it. Now you can see, just drag and drop. Okay, here it is there, F-06. Now one more I need to add, F-02. So put the cursor on favorites, put the cursor on document entry, right click, insert transaction, F-02. So what is the limit to have a transactions or under folders? In the sense, there is no limit. Clear? So this way we can do that. So same thing, I want reports for So for example, right click, favorites. Okay, I want to go with the right click, insert folder. I want to for FI reports. Anything I'm giving, FI reports. So what reports I want to insert? Just I'm copying from the same thing. Okay. I want reports. Every day I'm using these reports. FA GLL 03. Okay. So just whatever it is there, I'm doing that. F-03. So again, in future, you are going to work on that. Don't worry. I don't know what is this. Okay. Next one, FS10N. Okay. For example, FBL 3N. Why I'm doing same in the sense, in my class example also, the same transaction codes I have given. So that is the reason I want to have the same thing. So in the reports, now in the reports, FI reports, put the cursor and go to favorites, insert transaction, transactions. What is that? FAGLL 03. You can see GL account item. Now, can I put here to insert the transaction? Is there any option called insert transaction? Can I put an insert transaction under this? Or under folder I need to keep? Okay.
On folder.
Under folder. So select FI reports, right click, insert transactions. So what is the transaction? I want to go with F-03. So same thing. Next one, under FI reports, click on insert transactions. Okay, FS10N. There's a GL report. Okay, and put the cursor on folder. Okay, insert transaction. Okay, FBL 3N. So like that, you can create your, means, what does it mean? We are creating our own menu. Instead of going with the SAP standard menu, we can go with our own menu. Clear? So we can create our own menu. So what is the difference between your own menu and SAP menu in the sense? So here in SAP menu, okay, if I go with the financial accounting, okay, accounting, sorry, general ledger. If I take general ledger, okay, here document entry, right? Here I want to move this valuation foreign currency on the top. So you can't move it. You can't move it anywhere. And you want to delete this. So if you right click, do you have any options called delete here? Do you have any option?
No.
No. So, but how about user defined menu in the sense, and this menu is common for everyone, but this user defined menu, whatever user defined menu, whatever I'm showing in favorites, okay, that will be there only in my system, not in your system. If I'm configuring this user defined menu, then it will be there in only in my system, in my user ID only. It won't be there in your system and your access. It is, and what is the advantage here in the sense, for example, if I say document entry, you can move. For example, I want FB50 should be on the top, right? I can move it. I can move it like wherever I want, right? Which is not possible in, I want to move it on the bottom, right? Here we can do any movement. And if I want to delete this, okay, right click and you can say delete option, delete from favorites. Clear? I want to delete completely this one, what you call folder. So right click, okay, delete from favorites. Okay, does all favorites folder and all subordinate nodes will be deleted? Yes, you can see. Okay, so here posting entries, FI reports, I want to delete it. Okay, so same thing, right click and delete it. Delete from favorites. If I want to delete a folder, directly right click, delete from favorites. So it will ask delete all favorites, whatever you have added, that will be from the folder, and all the subnodes, means whatever subnodes are there, all the transactions will be get deleted. That's it. Clear? So everything we can insert, anything we can insert and we can delete it in favorites menu, but it is not possible in SAP standard menu. We can't delete, we can't move it. We need to follow as it is the navigation menu. Clear, everyone? Any questions on this? Any questions? Same thing I have mentioned in the material also. Okay. Creation of subfolders, creation, insert, right? How to copy a transaction, how to copy SAP menu to for example, how we can copy in the sense, see here, posting entries. I want to copy one entry from standard menu. Okay, accounting, okay, financial accounting, GL entry. Okay, so here I want to copy F-04 to my favorites. Okay, where is my favorites here? On the bottom, right? So just put the cursor, select the one and just drag it. Okay, drag it. So put the cursor, and I want to move it to transactions. So just I'm dragging it. So I'm in favorites. So I'm doing it in this one. You can see. This is called copy and paste. Clear? So we can do copy from standard menu, standard SAP menu, but it will be there. It is copying. You can see F-04 and this one. If at all any reports you want to copy in the same way you can do that. You can do that. So in this way, we can add your favorites, we can delete your favorites, you can insert folders, you can insert transactions, right? In the same way I've mentioned this one. So, and one more thing I want to show here, right? For example, I don't want to see SAP standard menu. I want to have every day only my this I don't want. I'm working as an end user. Okay. I don't want to see this SAP menu. Okay. I want only every day I want to see only my favorites menu. Right. So here go to extras. Okay. One second. Settings. Right. So again, I reiterate a few options we need to have a knowledge. Here, end user level, what we need to do. Few things I want to add. So go to extras. Remember that. Go to extras, which is not there in our material. Okay. So go to settings, right? So here, what are the options we have? Display favorites at end of the list. That is the reason it is showing end of the list. So now I want my favorite should be on the top and after that SAP menu. Clear? So then uncheck this. So if I uncheck this, then what happens? Favorites will be displayed on the top and SAP standard menu will be displayed at the end of the list. So click on OK button. Click on OK button. Now you can see. Favorites is on top and SAP menu is on bottom. Okay. So again, go to extras, Okay. Click on settings, right? So here, do not display menu, only display favorites. I don't want to see SAP standard menu. This I don't want to see. I want to see only my favorites menu. Then check this. Click on OK. Now you can see. There is no menu, standard menu, only your favorites menu will be displayed. Clear? And one more option we have. Extras, go to extras. Okay, go to extras. Click on settings. So do not display picture. So here on the right side, SAP picture will be displayed. So here you can see, do not display picture. Uncheck this. Click on OK. See here. Whatever display picture you don't want to see this. So I will remove this again. We will have our own pictures. I want to show how to insert our pictures. That is not required for us. So again, click on extras. Okay. Settings. Do not display picture. Click on OK. One thing I would like to show you. Okay. So here, now I'll add standard menu also, SAP standard menu also. So here you can see what it is showing. What it is showing under favorites. Does it showing any transaction codes or only description it is showing?
Only description.
So transaction codes are not available here. Then what we need to do is, if I want to see the technical names, nothing but transaction codes. So go to extras, settings. Okay. Here, display technical names. So click on OK. Now you can see in the report, technical names followed by your description, right? So same thing, if you disable here, technical details, settings, okay, do not display. And this one, I want to see the menu bar also, standard menu bar. Then you can see here also you won't see technical details, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry. See here, no technical names. So if I want to activate technical names in the sense, transaction codes in the sense, what I have to do in end user screen. So click on extras, okay, settings, click on display technical names. Click on OK. Now you can see in our normal favorites also, it will showing their technical names, and as well as in our SAP menu, document entry, you can see technical names. Clear? In this way, we need to set the according to client requirement. We can see whether they want to use the defined menu only or they want SAP standard menu, right? Whether they want to dissolve the complete transaction codes, nothing but technical names, or they want to delete complete favorites. Then we can do in this particular way. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. If you don't, then I'll go with another option. So here, each screen, you are able to, this particular thing is nothing but screen, and we can call it as an application. Right? each screen or application. So how to open? Now I am in one screen. How many screens I am in? You can see here on the bottom. How many screens I have opened? How many applications we have opened? Sorry. How many applications it is there? SAP applications? You're
Two,
able to?
sir.
No, it's a log
One
on.
application.
It's
One
an
application.
application. Okay.
Two screens.
Only one application it is open. So for example, if I want to open a new application, right, new session or new screen, right? So creation of new scene, new session, we can create new sessions in three different ways. So it could be SAP, ECC or S/4HANA. So what is one? What is one? So in the command field, you can type /o, backslash, okay, O. /o. It is a case sensitive. You can insensitive. You can give either uppercase or a lowercase. Uppercase or a lowercase. So if you type, press enter, okay, it will ask. Okay, click on generate. Click on generate. Now you can see. Now how many applications it is opened? How many applications? How many sessions it opened?
Two sessions.
Two sessions. So /o, this is one way. Next one, we have one more way. Same thing I have mentioned. /o with the screenshot. Create new session. Create new session. Okay, through menu bar also we can do. This is in the back end. One second. This is one. This is in the back end actually. Okay, I'll do that later. So here, first one /o command field. Next one through menu bar in the sense. So you can see here system. You can select here system. Okay. So new GUI window, or sometimes it will show it as a create session. It will show it as a create session. New GUI window, graphical user interface window, or new session. Anything is fine. Here only this will be changed. Now you can see this one. Okay. This is how many sessions. Now you check how many applications. 3 sessions. 1, 2, 3. And one more we have. So you can go with standard toolbar. That is here. You can see new GUI window or create new session. Any name it will be there. So if you click on this one. Okay. How many now sessions? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And one, sorry, someone is asking something. Anyone have a questions?
Yes.
Okay. So this is one way. Or one more way we can have, put the cursor control N. One more control N. So it will create one more session. Control N or /o or with the SAP menu bar or SAP toolbar. Anything you can have. Control N, which I have not mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? But in ECC, we can open up to 6 screens maximum. In ECC, we can open only 6 screens maximum. So you can see how many already we have opened. How many already we have opened?
5. 3, 4.
So now 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, and 5. So one more session I'll
5.
try to open. Yeah. One more session I'll try to open. It will get open, no problem. Now you can see 6 sessions it will be opened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 sessions. But if I want to open one more session, then you can see anyways, like you can open here. So maximum number of GUI sessions are reached. In ECC, we can open at a time 6 sessions, 6 applications, 6 screens. If you try anywhere, right? Anywhere, for example, you go with this, or menu bar. Okay. Anywhere you go, you won't have that option. If I try to open with this one, /O, no, it is showing 6 sessions already open. Okay, you can see only 6 sessions, even though I have generated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So same thing, system, if I try new GUI, maximum number of SAP GUI sessions are reached. So how many sessions we can open at a time?
6.
6 sessions. Why but in S4 HANA, we can open any number of sessions. I will try to open in S4 HANA screen. Okay, the color is different, so you can easily understand. Okay, so here I will open my S4 HANA server. Okay. Okay, so this is one session, blue color, whatever you see. Okay, so next one I want to open with here, same thing, you can see new GUI window, same thing you will find. Okay, so here you can see blue color one is a S4 HANA 1, 2, right? I will open continuously more than 6 sessions, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry. I'll open here few more sessions. So let me check how many I have opened. 1, it is getting opened. Okay, you can see how many we have opened here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But in ECC, this is, see here, you can see here on the bottom, as I said, that it will show your product, right? In ECC also you can see. In ECC also it will show product. Correct? So there is no limit. Okay, you can open maximum sessions in S4 HANA. There is no limit. Okay, but in S4 ECC, we have a limit. We can open up to 6 sessions maximum. I'm closing S4 HANA. Okay, I'm closing S4 HANA. Now you can see only ECC are open. ECC are open. Clear? So remember that in ECC, no one will ask you. Okay, again, I'm reiterating. Just for your information, I'm saying maximum 6 sessions we can open in ECC. But when it comes to S4 HANA, we can open any number of sessions. Okay, through program, we can go up to 9 sessions in ECC. Okay, I will show that at the end, how to open 9 sessions through a program. Okay, through a configuration setting. Okay, so here, okay, so same thing I have mentioned, how to open by /O, by menu bar, okay, or by through standard toolbar, we can open new sessions. Next one, okay, without next one, I want to, for example, I have opened one session here, it has a, I'm closing all the sessions. I'll close a few sessions, okay, and I'll explain how to close the sessions also in different ways. I'm opening only one session. Okay. So here, 3 sessions. So now you can see how many sessions applications are open. Only one application is open, correct? So here I want to enter FB50 transaction code. FB50. Now how many sessions are open? How many applications are open? 1, 2, 3, 4, or any number? How many sessions are? Only one, right? So for example, I want to one more application. I want to open one more. There's a transaction code. There's a transaction code. If I type /O, okay, it will open a session. It will open a session. That's it. /O will open a session. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It will open a session, but it will not open a transaction application. If I type /o, okay, so here click on generate, then it will open a new session, but not application. Application is nothing but your transaction. It is not opening any transaction. If I type, then what I want to do is, if I want to open, I don't want to close this application and I want to open a new application, not new session, new application. It should be there as it is and it should open another transaction. Then for example, here it is a FB50. Here you can see what is the transaction code FB50. I want to open F-07. I want to open F-07. Then what we need to do, type here /o, okay, F-07. F-07. So what it will do /o, it will open a new session. It will open a new session with the transaction code, with the application F-07. F-07 is application for outgoing payment. Okay, so it won't close this session. It will open a new session and you can see, press enter. You can see it is there. Both the sessions will be there. Both the application, it is FB50 and this is F-07 or anything you can give. So if I don't want to close the current application or current transaction and I want to open a new transaction or a new application, then what I need to do, I need to give /o. Means it will create a new session with the new application. If I give only /o, it will open a new session, not application. It will open a new session. But if I want to open a session with an application, then I need to give /o along with the application code. For example, I want to open, okay, FBL3N. This is an application code and /o is a session. Now you can see it is opened. Right? How many applications you have now? 3 applications. Understood? /o is open a new session, and if you followed by any command code, and it will open that application. So same thing I have mentioned in the material also. Okay, /o with the transaction code. So it will open new application, okay, in new session without closing the existing application, without closing the existing transaction. Okay. For example, I want to close this transaction. What is the transaction? What is the transaction we are in? Which application we are in? This is on the bottom, you can see FB50. And I want to close this application and I want to open another application on this. Then /n. Okay. I want to close FB50 and I want to open a new session with the new transaction. Okay. Then I'm taking it as an FB6, the F-02, for example. F-02 /n. What it will do /n will close the current application. Okay. And when I given a followed F-02, then what it will do? It will open a new application. Press enter. Now you can see, right? You can see F-02 is open and you won't find any FB50. There is no FB50. You can see. /o, what /o will do? /o will open a new session without closing the current existing application. It will open a new session with the new application. But when it comes to /n followed by application code, it will close the current session and it will open a new application, whatever transaction code we have given. Clear, everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Closing the session. If I want to close the session, if I want to close this particular application or session, then you can make it as a /i. Type /i and press enter. Okay, you can see one application is closed. If I want to open only one application at a time, then type /i. /i. Okay. Next one. Okay, we can close. One more option is that to close the option, we can do with this. Normal, like your Windows button. This is called Windows button. You can close this. Okay, you can see now only one application will be there. So one is /i, or you can close with the window button. And next one, we have one more option, logging off in any application or any SAP comma. Okay, this I will talk later. Okay, so here, next one. Okay, or what you can do, what if I want to close complete SAP, then two options we have. One is, okay, system log off. Then it will ask you whether you want to log off from the system or not. If you say click yes, then it will close it, or no. Or you can one more option, /NEX. /NEX. So if 6 sessions or 100 sessions are opened, in S4HANA, right? /NEX. Then if you type /NEX, then what it will do, it will close all the sessions, all the applications at a time without asking you whether you want to save unsaved data or not. So unsaved data will also gone. So if you type /NEX, so it didn't ask anything, you can see no sessions. It will be completely logged out from your system. So 100 sessions are open, it will close it. And you didn't save some data, we will lose that. Clear? So very rarely in the sense, according to the requirement, we need to use this. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next one, I'll go with the EHP only. Sorry, okay, so this is closing the sessions and all those stuff. Okay, closing the application, logging off application, and one more thing. In SAP, whatever may be the application, okay, two are common. That is system and help. Whatever may be the application, you will find in menu bar these two options mandatory. This will be get changed, but this will be common. So here you will have the options, right? Different options. Close GUI window, nothing but end session. So instead of log off, you want to close, okay, then you can close this directly, close window, right? So these two options, these two menus are common. Sorry, system and help menus are common in each and every application. You can check transactions. You will find in ECC and S4HANA, these two are common. System and help, same thing I have mentioned here. So the other menus may change application to application, but these two system menu and help menu are standards. It won't change. It will be there, right? So to close the select end session, or if you want to completely come out of from SAP, then you need to select log off, or you can what we call /NEX. Three options. Clear, everyone? Any questions here? Anyone have a questions here in this? So tomorrow what I'll do, I will give what we call field attributes. Mean SAP, every field, there are n number. For example, if I take F-07, majority fields will be there in this. So here, these are called fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each and every field have their own properties. It will work differently. It's look like a same. Fields are looking like a same, but each field have its own attributes. Clear? So that I will discuss in tomorrow's session. Right? What do you mean by posting date? What do you mean by document date? It is look like a date, but each and every date will have its own feature. Clear? So that we will discuss in tomorrow's session. So till here, any question? And again, my request, kindly join 8:30. Monday onwards, we will start the session at 8:30 sharp or 8:31 max. Okay. Any questions from anyone before I call it for today?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I'll consider the same from everyone. Thank you all. If at all any questions, please post in the group. Okay. And again, I will add you people. There is one more query group is there from like we have a different batches. So in that also I'll add on Monday. Okay. Thank you.